Hi YouTube, we're back. And today is a Monday. Okay, I want to start my video with a little motivation because I know sometimes, starting a new week, it's, setting new goals, and I talk about, kind of navigating through, as we come into now another year. I know some people have really kind of kick-started their routines and get the early start. I just wanted to make sure that you guys have a vision, you guys have a focus. I'm doing something off what I normally do, and I'm starting my workout with a little bit of cardio. Okay, I used to do this once in a while. They say 5 or 10 minutes warm up or whatever else, but today's arm day, so it's not a super strenuous day, and it's obviously my least favorite day because I feel arm training is one of those things that's very repetitive, right? But what I wanted to say was, I've had all this feedback, all my social platforms. You guys see I do a ton of content, right? And it's not easy doing that sometimes. Sometimes I get behind the camera and I'm like, what kind of topics do people like to hear about? What kind of lifestyle? Is it always about training, cooking? Is it all, do I show stuff at home, right? I think more importantly, you can just kind of go with your vibe that day and, what's on your mind. And sometimes it's about me speaking, and, I've had a lot of big things happening. I just did, with the pet butters, we had some national TV exposure. So it's giving me motivation in that sense. So Mondays are spent doing a lot of the meetings. I had like 3 Zoom calls in a row this morning, and one was obviously with the man behind the camera to shell out the content for the week. And this is one of those weeks where I travel, so I need to plan accordingly. When I'm gone for 5 days, going to try to vlog some stuff. We have a trip to Boston and to New York for events, tour a new venue, see my family. So it'd be kind of cool if I can show a little bit behind the scenes, which I probably do. But I wanted to get on here with at least the start of this and tell you guys, tonight was one of those days that I chose to train later, and my mind was going all day long. I'm going to be honest, I'm not super motivated to train, so it's almost a blessing that I'm not doing something that's super challenging, although I feel my workouts aren't as challenging now anyway. But I choose to come to a gym that's a little more peaceful, and I'm going to get the job done and, move on to the next day. But it's usually these workouts that you always say, I'm tired to train and I don't know if I feel like training. Then you come in the gym and it's like you get that tunnel vision, you have focus. I just took a little pre-workout and I'm waiting for that to kick in a little bit, and I'm sure I'll feel like tackling it. But so many projects on my mind. My vision board is huge for 2024, and that's not because I feel like I still have to conquer a lot. It's because I love being busy and I love being motivated to do these new projects. And your feedback is tremendous, guys, by the way. So, if there's any kind of comments or suggestions or just some feelings you want to put, make sure you guys comment and tell me what you think. I'm going to keep doing what I do and then bring you guys along for the journey. But, I'm excited for the week, and this is only the beginning, and I just wanted to be able to get you guys on here and just say, hey, let's keep doing it. Don't feel like there's roadblocks as much. I think people sometimes get sidelined with too many outside. I used to say, my boxy lifestyle, meaning, I saw nothing outside the box. And right now my vision is the gym. I want to train. I'm going to bring you guys along my journey, continuous through 24. And let's keep pushing the goals and make ourselves better, okay? Week at a time. So let's do it. So some reason I like to do these on the floor just because I feel like closer to the machine, if that makes sense. I feel like I can lock the triceps in more. I'll tell you, man, since I started, like in the beginning, I didn't feel like my arms were that good. But it's great now to still see that I have decent arm development. I always said if I lost my arms, that would definitely not be something I would be that fond of, right? You know, to figure my arms since I was 18, had a certain amount of size, but still able to have a lot of stuff going on with the arms. And, you know, starting with the triceps, doing these, you know, I'll probably do like 6 sets of this. And like I said, getting the blood going, they feel good. But I always do this kind of movement without the heavy compound, just to make sure my elbows are safe, and then I'll move into more compound exercises. Pretty standard here, guys. Why I like this machine is because of this. You know, a lot of these new dip machines, they have kind of a locked, so it's not really isolateral. So with this, I always focus on doing dips. Now, I always did like body weight or added weight to dips. With this, for some reason, the way it's positioned, you can really get the tricep back enough and get that lock. So it's more isolation on the triceps, where I feel like the chest and the shoulders, everything come into play when you're doing, you know, the body weight dips. You have to really concentrate, where this, it's kind of an allowance to feel the muscles work. So I focus on 12 reps, doing 4 sets here. Probably won't do a ton of exercises, more just like 4 sets of each. So probably at least 12 sets for triceps, 12 sets for biceps. Like I said, starting with triceps. So got one more set here, and then move on to the next. All right, it's a little dilemma. We don't have a short bench, meaning we don't have the one where you can kind of sit and it's a short seat. So I'm gonna stand in this bad boy. I'm gonna do this overhead. So with these, I used to do like, I think I used to go up to like 160-pound dumbbells. I'm gonna go with 80 today. Okay, so what I'm really trying to do is get that stretch. Okay, 12 reps. I'm gonna stand, if you look where my feet are, see, I actually stand on the piece a little bit, just so I don't go over backwards. No elbow pain, that's the key. So I'm still able to do these. I remember at one point, I had such bad tendonitis in my elbow, and a lot of tissue work took care of it. There's only 2 things that would take care of tendonitis. That is rest or crazy therapy. And I know you guys think the cortisone, no, that's not the answer. That's just a Band-Aid. You gotta keep these muscles, tendons, pliable so you don't get that pain. And I'll tell you, ever since then, that was early in my career, they feel great, which isn't supposed to be the case when you're well past retirement. All right, so let's do one more movement. I think I'm gonna do a kickback with a cable, and then we'll work into some biceps. All right, so contraction exercise, guys. Keep the arm close to the body. I was wondering if I was going to get pumped or not. Seems to be working now. I'm about 4 meals in today, which is, I always said, like the sweet spot for the pump. The pump always, although I think the day before matters, but I feel like since I've had 4 meals, my metabolism's so fast, I definitely feel it. So ideal time to train for me is definitely after 4 meals. And we're getting it done tonight. So, all right, let's move to biceps. All right, always the first movement when I'm training at kilo is this stationary elbow. I'm gonna go for 12. Surprising, right? I feel the pump, which is great. When you do the first exercise and you're already pumped, that's key. The funny thing is this is 40. I feel like I can go up to 45 and then I get 45 on and I'm like, oh, it's fatigued. You know, I'm trying to do, I'm shaking right now. I'm trying to do, you know, I think I did 10 on each side. It's a little harder when you're alternating. I used to do, you know, not to say you don't, like one arm at a time, just 10 straight reps, then with the other arm. It's also a way to switch up so you don't get bored. I just get so bored with arms. I'm gonna do one more exercise of like a preacher bench, I think. And then we'll wrap it up. Might do a little abs tonight, so. All right, so we're doing the last exercise. Actually, we might do one more, but. So preacher curl. There's a couple of options here. So we have the Techno Gym preacher and this, one of my favorite hammers. So I used to do these single arm, not to say that it's not a bad thing. So I pyramided the weight up. I started with 2 plates of 25, so I'm gonna do this. I always thought I had weaker biceps because I wasn't able to pull as much weight as a lot of people, but the size was a lot different, right? So that's all we care about. We don't care about how much weight we pull. It's all about the position on stage, right? Go until it burns. So check this out. What time is it right now? About 8:30. 8:30. Gym's empty. Nothing better than that. Mondays, you guys have been dreading the rush, right? There's no rush here, which is great. But you said it was busier than what we saw normally, right? It's like when there's 6 people in here, it's actually pretty busy. I'm sure it's not like Lifetime, like the place you go, right? I mean, Lifetime here, guys, has ceased memberships. Are they still blocked off? Yeah, so it's so busy. Vegas is growing so much that we're having gyms that actually have a cap. All right, so I'm gonna do one more exercise just for you, YouTube. It's a bonus. And I'm gonna do some standing bar curls, okay? They're gonna be sloppy, but they're gonna be effective, okay? Let's check this out. Okay, so I'm gonna start with an 80. Normally I start with 70. but I feel tough for you two. So you guys that aren't super motivated, this usually is people's first exercise, but I started with the seated, and I'm going to try to do 12 reps. Now watch my form, okay? Let's slam the weights. All right, so we're wrapping up arm day. Like I said, coming to the gym, not super motivated to train, although I had to shoot some other stuff around it. I'm actually introducing this new stack. This is going to be called the Quad Stomp stack with, of course, limited. This might be a one-of-one shaker. I only ordered so many. But creatine, Prevail Rush, this is going to be a new stack that I'm going to offer on the site, and this is a limited. Like I said, this cup wasn't even for sale, so, or given out in the orders. And you know, tonight was another step forward, man. You know, even some of those days when you don't feel like training, you know, I had a very lengthy day. I used my mind a lot, and it was just funny because I was just talking to someone in the gym, and they were like, you know, I come in here, and he trained this morning, and I said, why you come tonight and do, you know, he said he did chest this morning, he's doing legs tonight. He's like, dude, I had a hard day at the office. And I kind of think to myself, and I'm like, man, you know, the way people take out stress is different reasons. And that's why I think I prefer to train a little later, especially with lengthy days like today. Sometimes you want to just go and get the job done, right? But for me, you know, sometimes that build up and the excitement to go to the gym is necessary for me. And it's very easy to just sit on your couch and say tomorrow's another day. Don't get me wrong, I have days like that. But today wasn't going to be one of those days. You know, I wanted to get this. I have a short week because I have to travel, and I wanted to make sure I got some of this content in, you know, so you guys can get some extra motivation. You know, this is, like I said, the start of a new week. I mentioned that while I was on doing my cardio, and, you know, what's more efficient than getting to the gym and getting a good workout in. You know, keeping the blood going, you know, circulating the food. You know, nutrition is a huge part about what we do, okay, guys? So when you go to the gym and you train, you know, obviously training on good calories is very important. And I did frequent my meals today. Like I said, I got 4 meals in. I'll probably have a shake after I train just because my appetite's not super strong tonight. I feel good, but, you know, I have felt better on certain days. Maybe just, you know, the whole day is just building up, so I'm going to have some relaxation when I go home. But remember, your pre and post meals are important. So I had chicken and rice before I came here. I'll have a shake after. You know, I'll probably maybe have something a little light before I go to bed. You know, some egg whites, something of such, just to get the protein in. You know, protein, we thrive on protein. We talk about that all the time. What is the most important thing? Whether it's egg white, turkey, fish, steak, chicken, protein shakes, whatever it is, that should be your basic protein sources. Now, rice, potatoes, I mean, some pastas, you know, fruits, all those things, those can be used as carbohydrates. I suggest, you know, meal planning and meal timing, everything. It's very important to how we do and how you're going to perform. And that's how you're going to see change in the physique. So it's the consistency, just like with everything. You know, you need to stay on track of the nutrition, the sleep pattern, and the training. And then everything will kind of fall in place. Remember, stress is a huge factor. I just mentioned people come to the gym to relieve stress. It's one of my outlets. But listen, not every day is going to be the best day, right? And some days are motivating or less than motivating. I mean, a lot of times I walked out of the gym. I think it's important, you know, to feed off the energy, feed off, you know, training partners, feed off the music, feed off whatever gives you motivation to continue to train harder and keep striving to be your best, okay? And like I said, every day is progress. Whether the workout is subpar or it's your best workout of the week, I think that getting in here and just getting the job done, going through the movements sometimes is necessary. It keeps that momentum, and you know, that's what it's all about. It's about striving forward, and you know, let's keep doing it, okay? So another YouTube video for you guys. Make sure you comment below. I asked a couple things on there. You know, what drives you guys? What's giving you motivation? Is it you know, a stress relief for you? Is it, hey, I want to get bigger? Is it a challenge? You know, you're getting ready for contests. You know, what gives you the motivation to go to the gym on a daily basis? Is something flicking through TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook? What is it? YouTube videos? I mean, what gives you the best motivation? Is it, a lot of people watch training videos before they go to the gym and they say, I'm going to emulate this a little bit. So what gives you that motivation? Comment below. Make sure you guys share the video. Make sure you guys comment. If you like the video, make sure you like it. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe now, and we'll have more content coming to you guys. Today is done for arm training. For J-Mac and myself, we are out.
No mercy for you, no worries for you. That Game of Thrones, go Cersei on you. I flip the script, I roll the dice. Don't fall asleep, cause I'm working nights. Hey, you trying to shut me